Alright, hello, stargazers. Welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Hello. Welcome in, blank. Hello. I hope you're doing well today. Hey, Curry, hello. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I did. Poke catch? What is that? What is this? Welcome in, Curry. Sup? I hope you're doing well today. I hope everyone is doing well today. Let's see here. Make sure I've got all the references for this. This is gonna be interesting. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be doing a chibi today. We're gonna be doing chibi wallpaper today. Pokecatch is a feature on Twitch for streamers. Oh? Is it like an add-on? Is it like something that you have to implement? Or is it like in Twitch? I've never heard of it. Can you explain to me? I'm kind of curious. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. Twitch has so many different like gimmicks and games and things that I don't know about. Cause like YouTube doesn't have any of that stuff, right? I keep wanting to add stuff to the stream, and then I'm like, oh, YouTube doesn't allow this, YouTube doesn't allow that. Like, Twitch has so much more opportunity for engagement, and I'm like, I kind of just want to, like, I don't know. I'm debating on bringing in some stuff that might not have YouTube counterparts, but just kind of might make things more interesting? I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who watch me on YouTube to help with the watch hours. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. But like, once we're able to hit that, I'm kind of debating on like focusing on all the Twitch gimmicky stuff. Still multi-streaming, but like not really being afraid of maybe this platform has one thing that I can't implement somewhere else. Feature-wise, Twitch is a lot more developed, yeah, because you guys know me. I like gimmicks. I really do. I love gimmicks. I love implementing gimmicks. So there's a part of me that's kind of like, I kind of feel the need to add gimmicks. Just because, like, not that I need to, but I really like them. You know? It's kind of a community game. You implement a command that appears every 15 minutes. Viewers can catch specific Pokemon. Interesting. I'll have to look into that later. YouTube has the ability to scroll back and catch back up with 2 times speed, which is extremely convenient. Yeah, true. And less ads. And less ads, too, right? So, there's a part of me that's like, well, if I do both, then if there's a Twitch ad, people can jump on YouTube for a minute. And, if people miss what I'm saying, they can jump on YouTube and scroll back. But in terms of, like, Twitch gimmicks, I might not be able to bring all of them into YouTube, but, I kind of want to implement them because they're cool. I do really want to implement Streamloots someday, and Streamloots is on both, because Streamloots is not, like, channel point based. Streamloots is, like, its own system, so I think it has to do with, like, browsers extensions and websites and stuff like that. And we had it once for like 1 or 2 streams once, and I haven't brought it back since, and I want to bring it back this summer. I miss doing it. It's so fitting for my brand, and I really like the idea of it, so I might want to try bringing that back again. But I also want to have things with Twitch where it can just be like, you know, silly casual stuff that unfortunately YouTube might not be able to do. But I don't know. I think it's worth playing around and experimenting. Hello, Sierra. Welcome in. And Curry, hello. Welcome on the YouTube side. Hey, you can scroll back if you missed anything. That's always helpful. All right. Let's get going here. So, you guys have voted on many cosplays in the big cosplay tournament and seen what goes around and changes and whatnot. It got narrowed down to 4 finalists, and then a final winner. So the final winner is going to be a big painting that I'm gonna have to do, and the runners-up, we ended up hitting goals to allow all the runners-up pieces. So the second runner-up is Rachel Alucard from BlazBlue, And previously, our second place was Yoshi. So I've done a Yoshi cosplay, and now I'm gonna be doing a BlazBlue cosplay, which is going to be interesting because, well, this character is a vampire, so it's gonna be very, very, very different from my normal, outlook. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I'm gonna jump to the drawing side here. There we go. And let's see here. Alright. Should be good here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing in terms of sizing. I think I'm like, I was inspired recently with this one game with like a gacha game of these otome guys, and they have these wallpapers that are chibi. And I liked the way that they were laid out, so I think I'm gonna try doing something like that. Let's see here. Alright, I need a reference of the character, and I need to bring up my old stuff to know how to replicate this style again. Sorry for late, what game is this? It's the circle game where we draw circles. Welcome in, Vessa. Yeah, I'm gonna, this is gonna be interesting. I really don't know how I'm gonna go about doing this, but alright, let's see. So, the umbrella seems like a big part of the design, so I'm gonna have to add this umbrella. I kinda like doing nighttime, vampire-ish scenes, because they always have, like, big dramatic lighting, so that'll be interesting. Let's see, there's kind of a large umbrella here. I'm just sort of getting the gesture right now. Just trying to figure out where I'm going with things. Oh, I need room for the cat head. Why is there a cat head on this umbrella? I know nothing about this game. I know nothing about this character. All I know is you guys voted for it, and here I am. Let's see here. So it's got like this sly look. I guess the eyes can follow you or something. The people have spoken. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm drawing. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. Alright. You guys voted on this. I don't know what it is. But you successfully found some character that is, like, very, very, very outside my comfort zone. I mean, it would be fine if I was just drawing them. But I have to draw myself in this. But it's chibi, so it's all good. Is it wrong for me to say that Yoshi should have won the contest? I think everyone was expecting Yoshi to win, honestly. I don't think anyone was expecting Frieren. Honestly, I wasn't. I think it came out as a shock to most of us, to be honest. But at least you got the wallpaper, so that's something, right? At least you got the wallpaper. You think the contest was rigged? How would it be rigged? I entered Frieren as a half joke. And she dominated. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how. I honestly thought Miku would get a lot further in. But I guess because it was Miku versus Frieren, I don't know how Frieren ended up winning. I thought you guys would go with Miku. Let's see here. I need some sort of, like, big, intense... There's probably gonna be a moon in the background. That's a... Let's see here. I'm painting in white. Why am I painting in white? That's not useful. Come on now. A lot of jokes seem to always come true. It's kind of scary. True. Vessa has a strange way of making jokes come true. I would have bet money on it being Yoshi or Miku. It's a good thing you didn't bet money then, I guess. C Plus has a good point. Free run is another example of me accidentally bringing something to life. True, true. I don't know, are you gonna use those powers for good? How am I gonna... I need some sort of, like, good, angle for this. No? Why no? Also, do I have my wings in this or no? Do I get to keep my wings? How do you use joke manifestation powers for good? By, like, joking that you win the lottery or something. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that you could use joke manifestation for good, don't you think? I feel like there would be. Let's see here. Congrats on getting 953 subs, a little less than halfway to 1K. A little less than halfway to 1K, there you go. Yeah, I think we're gonna get there. Unfortunately, the hard part is not the subscribers, the hard part is the watch hours. The watch hours still have quite a ways to go. But we are getting there. We are on our way, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Not the vampires. Hi, Star and Chat. Hello, Divine Fox. Welcome in. You think me winning the lottery would be a force of good? I mean, it would make you happy, wouldn't it? Hello, Dark. Welcome in. It would make you happy, so, you know, there's something to that. You don't have to win a big lottery that, like, ruins your life. It could just be, like, a little lottery that helps you out. I think that would be nice. Trying to think of, like, how I can do a intense pose here. Blank says, you know what would make me happy? Evil. Why? Why are you guys like this? I'm having a hard time with the feet. I'm not getting, like, a good, I think everything needs to be smaller. Everything's a little too compact right now. Let's see, maybe like, how compact are these? Yeah, probably something like that, I'd say. A little bit bigger. And then, that's better, right? Show off a little bit more of the detail, yeah. Vesta says my life would not be ruined from the lottery. I know it does for lots of people, but I'd be Gucci. What is, like, the main thing that ruins people's... Yeah, hello, hello! Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much. We are on our way to 1K. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. Alright. Something like this, maybe? Maybe? And then... I'm trying to figure out how I can, I'm trying to figure out how I can, get the body to work. I'm trying to think of what works best for this. She does seem to play with her hair a lot, so... I probably should have looked up more, like, references for what I could do with the pose design. But I know I need some sort of, like, looking down at the viewer type of thing. It's supposed to be intense, right? Like, even as a chibi, you can still make a chibi intense. Vanessa says I have fairly simple taste though. I'd want small house at a beach and mountains and new car to travel between. That'd be my biggest purchase, to be honest. That's fair. And like, you know, 500 aquariums. Dark says the main reason people can't handle lottery is their income and not being responsible with it. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as we're okay with, like, the 500 aquariums, then I think it will be good. You know what? I could just blow all the money on a pirate ship. Where would you go in a pirate ship, Vessa? Where would you go in a pirate ship? I don't know how to do the hand thing. If you're like... Where wouldn't you go? Seize the limit? Well, where would you go? I mean... Like, actually, where would you want to go in a pirate ship? Like, I'm curious. Where is your destination? Or are you just traveling the world? Are you being a world traveler on a pirate ship? Like, what is the end goal? To use a rocket ship, more options to fly. See, even if you won the lottery, I don't know if you'd be able to afford a rocket ship, though. You could afford a pirate ship, but I'm not sure about a rocket ship. And literally go to the center of the ocean and drop anchor for like a month. Why? Alright. These feet are bothering me. I don't know what to do for these feet. Alright. Let's see. So we've already got, like, the wings on the dress. Are these decorative or are these, like, actual wings? Like, should I have these, like... Should I be able to have my own wings, or do these replace my wings? You need about 20 people to operate a full rigged ship properly. Well, he doesn't have to get, like, a huge pirate ship. Aren't there, like, single-person ships? It doesn't have to be a pirate ship. You can get a sailboat. Sailboat can be operated by one person. I need to do the chibi thing and squash the body. And then I need to figure out how to add the very... Jacob, thank you for the Ko-fi sale! I'm not sure if you're aware that I stream, but I appreciate it. I hope you found some good assets. Thank you, thank you. For those of you who don't know, I do VTuber assets as well on Ko-fi. Star Wars is coming up, so it could have been a Star Wars purchase. I have Star Wars assets as well. I don't know if anyone has ever found my stream from my Ko-fi stuff. Like, just from, like, doing the assets. I have no idea if anyone has ever, discovered that I stream through getting VTuber assets or not. Because I write in the receipt of all the assets, I say, by the way, I stream, and if you want input on, you know, future assets, then come watch the stream. But I don't know if I've ever had anybody, find that I'm a streamer when they're grabbing assets. But Jacob, I hope you enjoy the assets. Thank you very much for your support. It helps me a lot. Thank you, thank you. Yep, Star Wars season soon. I even put it on my calendar, or my schedule. A vessel with less than 3 masts is just a boat, though? Who wants a pirate boat? I mean, you know, if it's easier to handle, I should make this hair on a completely separate layer, otherwise I can't manipulate anything, and that's not helpful. I need to be able to manipulate the hair direction, because there's so much overlap, especially in this tiny little chibi space, you know? Ciro says, and speaking of Star Wars Day, what are your plans for it? This is for chat too. Plan to start watching Andor on Disney+. I honestly, my main thing is just gonna be, like, promoting that I have the assets. I don't do too much for Star Wars. The irony that I've, like, actually had a lot of, weird Star Wars things come up in my life. But I remember, getting in a lot of trouble with some professors, some professional people, that I hadn't seen Star Wars, and they freaked out. Because I wanted to be a concept artist at the time, right? I wanted to do concept art for, like, for movies. And they're like, how can you be a concept artist if you hadn't seen Star Wars? So, I was assigned to watch Star Wars. and then I ended up doing it for a job, working on Star Wars, and then I ended up doing, VTuber assets for Star Wars. So the weird thing is, I am not the biggest fan of Star Wars, and yet it somehow keeps coming into my life. I don't know how. So it's like, yeah, it's a good story. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Star Wars. But it's, like, it's not the biggest thing in my life, right? But yet, it ends up coming back around, constantly. You think the Force is trying to tell me something? I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I should be better at doing twin tails after drawing Dessa so often. I feel like these twin tails could be a lot stronger. I just don't know how. Just don't know how yet. Also hard with chibi, right? It's the weirdest Star Wars story I've heard this year. I don't know, maybe the Force is trying to tell me something, I just don't know what it is. Maybe something like this? And then, okay, you know what? Maybe if I have, like... I'm seeing some, like, a lot of fan art where there's, like, roses and stuff, so maybe we'll do something with that. Like a rose field? I also have to remember to keep the entire thing here in mind. So if I just made this a rose field, then that would be easy. That would make my life easier. Is there, like, a way that I can have, like, this... sort of make this opening area, like... we have rose petals or something. Kind of like how you would do cherry blossoms. Is this on a separate layer? Okay, good. I want to make sure I'm doing this on a separate layer. And then I could just have, like, a field of roses. And then... yeah, we've got the moon in the background, because that just seems to be a big trope. It works, though. It works. It is a trope, but it's a pretty trope. Sometimes tropes you can justify they're just, they are aesthetically pleasing and they work. Vampire trope with moon in the background, it works. It just works. I've done a piece like this for Taka too, and it just works, you know? And then we'll have like the clouds going around it. There's not much room for the clouds because of this giant umbrella, but hey. The moon and the wolf is another, yeah. Or Three Wolf Moon. If anyone knows Three Wolf Moon. There's a rumor going on Star Wars may come to Kingdom Hearts 4. Last sneak peek trailer for the game shows what appeared to be Planet Endor. It wouldn't shock me. That would not shock me at all. Because Disney likes to put their property in as many places as they can, right? Like Star Wars was in Wreck-It Ralph. Or what was it? Ralph Breaks the Internet. Basically Disney's excuse to just show off all the IPs that they purchased. So that really would not shock me in the slightest. Something like that, maybe. Almost all tropes are such for a good reason. Trying to escape them is actively unadvisable. Fair. Which Star Wars movie did you watch and which was your favorite? That's a good question. I'm not actually... I mean, of course the originals are going to be the best, but out of the original trilogy, I don't know if I have a favorite, because it kind of is like a full narrative, right? So I don't really know if I can properly answer that. Alright, I have to make sure that I remember that this is like myself cosplaying and not just me drawing this character. How do I add myself to this piece? Can I have like a little bit of my tail peeking out? Cop out answer, but also relatable. I mean, I'd have to watch all three. I'd have to, like, I've seen the originals and I've seen the prequels, and I would have to watch the originals again to figure out which of the three were my favorite. Probably the third, I would guess. It wraps up the story? I don't know. Let's see. I think it's funny that I'm, like, spending all this time drawing a vampire, and you guys are talking about Star Wars, which, like, couldn't be further media. Try to do something like this, maybe. That works. Yeah, a little bit of extra. I want this sort of feeling where she's, like, hitting down on the roses. Kind of floating in a way. I say she, but it's also supposed to be me, so it's confusing. Okay, she has these giant, hairband, like, bows on her hair. Maybe that's where my ears should go? Is this just gonna, like, mess people up? I don't know. How close can I add my own traits to this? How do I make it a cosplay, essentially? Because that's the whole point, right? This has to be a cosplay. I don't know how to make it look like I am cosplaying. I don't normally cosplay, I usually just have this one outfit. So I'm sort of trying to experiment as I go. I don't normally cosplay other characters. Although, I don't know, I might start doing it more. I might start doing it more, because I've been thinking about content ideas. Have I seen any vampire shows? I have not, no. Unless Twilight counts, but I feel like you guys are gonna rip me apart. But no, any good vampire show is gonna be, probably too freaky. Probably too bloody, I would imagine. Peak vampire media, I don't care what anyone says. You kind of strike me as someone who would have liked Buffy as a teen. I've been told about Buffy. I haven't seen any of it, but I've been told that it would be something that I would have liked. I like Charmed, but that's not a vampire story. That's more of a witch story. Hello, hello, Talon. Welcome in, welcome in. Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm making the bows a lot smaller than they are because I'm trying to fit my regular ears into this. It doesn't make it easy. Maybe I should make everything smaller again. What do you think? Should I shrink everything again, make it easier to see? Because otherwise it's just taking up so much of the space of the screen. Yeah, this needs to be... I need to keep making it smaller. It's gonna need to be smaller and smaller and smaller. Otherwise it's just too overwhelming, especially as a phone screen, you know? It's just too overwhelming. Alright, we'll make it a little smaller, and then... I think it would also help if I knew what perspective I was working in. Because I'm not sure... I think I'm going for, like, an under... Like, what do they call that? A worm's eye view. I'm struggling, Talon. I'm struggling with the drawing. That's alright, though. It's a good exercise. I'm learning a lot. That's what matters, right? We learn a lot. We try new stuff. Try new things. I need to make this dress so much larger. And then because of the chibi proportion, it's even more awkward, I think. The song always gives you the feels? I don't know why. Your chat's very calm every time you draw? You think my chat is calm? I don't think my chat's very calm at all. Basically, a commune of vampires living together who are incredibly unimpressive and deranged, filmed like it's a documentary crew following them. What? Wait, what did I miss here? What was What We Do in the Shadows? Oh, okay. Interesting. A mockumentary. Blah, 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 blah. We're calm compared to IRIAM. Yeah, true. Although IRIAM, I might try doing, commerce streams on IRIAM. I know, sounds crazy, right? But I'm debating on doing some IRIAM streams at night. Because IRIAM, I realized something, right? IRIAM's not available outside the US, right? That's kind of, like, something that has been sort of a known thing. So, if I stream there at night, it's not a good time for anyone, in Europe or Japan to watch. But they can't anyway, so I might as well stream IRIAM at night. And then use the daytime for stuff where it's like, anybody. I'll try commerce streams on IRIAM. Bad news, homie, that isn't up to you. I mean, I don't know. Depending on the time of day, you guys might be too tired. Maybe you're too riled up in the daytime. I don't know. I've never been on IRIAM at night. I don't know what it's like. But I always see that it's a lot more, populated. So I don't know. I figured I might try it out and experiment and see what happens. Test the waters, right? Let's see. This character has so much going on in the outfit, it's hard to fit everything into a chibi. I probably should have looked up what this character looks like in a chibi form, because there's so much going on design-wise that I think I should have looked this up ahead of time. That probably would have been smart. I'm trying to see if my tail can even fit in this piece. I would like my tail to be able to show in some form, otherwise I'm just drawing this character as is. And that's not the idea. That's not the idea. There's so much detail. This is crazy. This crazy amount of detail. Probably should have looked up famous star art streamline. The giant moon is giving major Bloodborne, by which I mean peak aesthetic. There you go. I need to make the moon more gianter. Because otherwise it's not going to look large enough. I need to fill in the whole space here. Like, yeah, that's probably good. And then it's gonna have, like, the clouds going around here. I'm trying to do, like, a fisheye lens, I guess? I think that's kind of what I'm going for. Obviously, I haven't set it up nicely to be a good fisheye lens, but I think that was kind of the look I was trying to have. Oh, please do not grab my guides. Something like a little bit larger, a little bit more in charge. There we go. Preview size is ideal. Past a certain size, it just looks like the sun. Okay. I mean, it's not gonna look like the sun when it's colored. Do we need to rewrite the jump guides? Gosh. Yeah, that's something I have to put on the channel at some point. Eh, good enough. I watched that clip yesterday. Why'd you watch that clip yesterday? Right. That one, that one, that one. Alright, this whole thing. Like this, maybe? A little bit smaller? I keep making it smaller, smaller, smaller because the outfit is so large. You a what? Why do you have a meme folder? Alright, I need to be able to get my tail to show through. Everything's too close together. I need to make everything a little smaller so that my tail can show through. Maybe like this? How's that? Yeah, that's better. Why do you keep wanting to go this area? Stop. Alright. Something like that. Okay. How are we doing so far here? My tail is lost entirely. Oh, wait, maybe I can add it here? Where can my tail go? Does that work? Maybe? Does that make sense, even? I don't fit very well as this type of character, do I? Maybe make that a little bit more visually interesting. Something like that. And then I guess we'll just add the petals and stuff going around here. Is it enough of a... I'm trying to see if it's enough of a, Like a little higher, maybe? Yeah, maybe, yeah, that's a little bit... I like that ratio a little bit better. That's where all the star memes go, duh. Why is it all in a folder? That's wild. Alright. We'll do this one more time, and then I think we'll, bring the hair out a little bit more. Let's see. Trying to just get the edge of it here so it can be a little bit cropped. Alright. Maybe this kind of thing? Is there enough room for the I can't tell if these wings are real or not. Or if they're decor. We'll play it either way, I suppose. Now, should these be like... How much should I push the color difference, do you think? It's a little bit lower. Alright, something like this. There we go, we're getting there, we're getting there. Gotta get back to work, have a good rest of your stream. Alright, newbie, thank you very much for stopping in, I appreciate it, thank you, thank you. Something like here. And there's a lot of ribbon going around. I feel like I'm just drawing over everything. I can't really tell what I'm doing anymore. But I think it's like, it's starting to look like something, right? It's like, I have the shape. I'm just trying to refine it as much as I can. And then the face here, okay. I need some sort of like intense look, even in chibi form. It seems that this character is like a very intense character, so at least that's the impression I get. How does the hairstyle go? Is there like a side thing like on mine? It almost feels like anthro. It's not supposed to be anthro, but it almost feels like it. Oh, how did the... I lost the hair. I lost the... hair... What do you call these? I lost the bows. There we go. I feel like I can't make them as big as they're supposed to be because, like, my ears are still in the way. And then these are probably... Are they lower? They are lower. No, they're higher. Oh, it depends on the artwork. Depends on the artwork. Okay. Something like this, I suppose. And is this the... This is the hair layer. Okay. Is there a split here where I can fit the star? This is the strangest hairstyle for me. Does this look like a cosplay? I can't even tell. I can't even tell if I'm pulling this off or not. Probably need to make the hair lower if I'm doing like a... What is the actual hairstyle? I'm actually having a hard time breaking it down. It's kind of got the vampire collar. Okay. And then... Is the face separate? Okay, the face is separate. Definitely has like very narrowed eyes. Very narrowed eyes. So I need some sort of like absolute staring type of effect. Goodness. You guys wanted something very out of character? Now you've got it. Now you've got it. This hairstyle feels so strange. This hairstyle feels so strange. I don't know how I feel about it. A promise is a promise, though. This would be infinitely easier if it wasn't for this hairstyle throwing me off. Welcome to Twin Tails. What was that? My voice just broke. What was that? Wait, was this... Oh, did I draw these on the wrong layers? I did draw these on the wrong layers. That's not gonna be good. Didn't hear anything? I feel like I Pecco laughed. I don't know how, though. This is so strange. I think even, like, because it's chibi, it still needs to be lower. It looks a little bit awkward like this. Don't tell me I did this on the wrong layer. No, it should be separated. a little bit off, and I'm trying to figure out why. Probably need to grab all of these and shift them over. That's better. Wait, what else did that move? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And then probably need a little bit of... Okay, that's better. Squash the whole face upward. There we go. I feel like the hands could still be doing something better. But that's better on the face. Why am I making this into a wallpaper? No one's gonna want this. Is this a good proportion for a chibi? Not really. Not really. I need to push this a little bit more somehow. The face needs to be a little bit larger, I think. What other parts do I have here? Okay. Let's make it like a little bit. There we go. That's better. It feels like it's a little bit more chibi now. Before I wasn't feeling chibi enough, now it actually feels chibi. Maybe a little too chibi. It is a hard proportion, actually. Maybe I'll leave it, because it is supposed to be more of that fisheye lens, isn't it? Yeah, a little too much, a little too much. I'm trying to, like, just push it a tiny bit. It's in... Well, maybe once I draw the dress, it'll look okay. It feels a little bit off. I don't know why, though. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's fine. Her, like, in the actual character, her head is really, really tiny compared to the rest of the dress, so maybe it's okay. Maybe the dress just needs to be bigger? The dress is huge. The dress is actually, like, huge. Pushing this. Yeah, that's more proportion, I guess. And I feel like this... Alright, I'm probably just gonna have the hand outward, because I can't really think of anything else. Because at first I had, like, this idea with the hand coming towards you, but I don't know if that really works. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it could work. I don't know. So the alternative is just sort of outward behind, or... Yeah, that might work. That might work. Hello, Dual Thrones. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. I'll go with that. It's a little awkward, but it should be okay. Cost Starlight. It's definitely outside my comfort zone. I'll give you that. I feel like Shiori. I feel like Shiori from Hololive. She's the most goth Hololive member there is. She also probably has a similar, hairstyle to this, doesn't she? Not with the twin tails, but the, what do they call? The hime cut. Let me see. Get a little bit of the overall push here. I think the nose needs to be closer. There we go. And then maybe everything needs to be closer. It gives a different impression. Yep, that's better. It's a better impression. It's strange seeing you depict yourself without a little smile. It's weird! I'm telling you, it's weird. But I have not seen this character smile, so... I think it's meant to be a very intense character. I know nothing about... I don't know anything about Rachel Alucard, but... she's either gonna have a very intense look, or she's probably gonna be, like, maniacal. I don't know. But I'm seeing very intense looks, so I'm going with it. Yeah, that's better. That's fine. This is so strange. At least my tail can shine through. My wings definitely don't fit, so... I don't know. I have the wings and then I have the bat wings. I can't really do 2 sets of wings, so I guess I'm just gonna have to... I feel weird without having my wings. I don't think there's a way around it, though. Alright. Why don't we throw these all into a folder, and I'll sort of start, like... making a little bit more refinement from what I can see. So, still not great, but I'm just trying to figure out what I'm able to actually visualize. And I'll probably grab the same mouth that I did in the sketch, because I think that worked fine. But I'll get the head shape here. And then I'll make sure to keep these on separate layers. Depending on the version, Alucard is a sad pretty boy, Castlevania, or stylish as heck and always looks like he's about to burst into glorious villainous laugh, Helsing. That's fair. For a second, never seen a character Rachel Alucard in anything? Okay. For a second, when I just read Alucard, I'm like, wait, this is a guy? It's like, wait, am I cross-dressing? Wait, if it's a guy wearing a dress and I'm cosplaying the character with the dress who's a guy, would I be cross-dressing or would I not be cross-dressing? Huh. That's confusing. Alright. Anyway. Let's see here. Trying to get the little chibi hand look. I'll make that nicer later. I'm just trying to establish where everything is still, because everything's really detailed. Which is hard for a chibi. Alucard in Castlevania is the son of Dracula. Alucard of Helsing is Dracula, with his name spelled backward. I don't know who the elegant goth lady is. I think she's from a fighting game, I want to say. I believe BlazBlue is a fighting game? That's all I know, though. I don't know. You guys picked this, not me. I was debating on doing the thing on Twitch where you, I was debating on using the category for BlazBlue, and I typed it in, and I didn't realize that there were, like, 20 and, like, as many BlazBlue games as there are Pokemon games, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna throw myself into a category if I don't know where she is from. So much variety. And likely not your fault? I mean, everyone voted. I don't know who voted for what, but enough people voted to make this the third place winner, so. I don't know how the hand should be. Wait, is she even holding this? In her key art, she's like barely touching this umbrella. It almost looks like it's floating for her. That wouldn't shock me either. Alright, that's probably fine for the hands, and then the feet. I'm not really sure how I want to go about the feet. Is that a heel on the front? Oh. Oh my gosh, it's a digitigrade heel. I'm not sure how to handle that, actually. It's like a horse hoof. It's like a horse hoof heel. Wait, how do I draw this? This is like, it's a horse hoof. I thought she was a vampire, and yet these shoes make her look like a horse. I'm really not sure how to handle this, actually. The umbrella's alive. It's possible she's not touching it. Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary there. Sure, why not? Living umbrella. Explains the cat. Theme song of Stardew Into Thinkings. I'm thinking about why she has horse hoof. Like, it's not actual horse hoof, but it looks so much like horse hoof. These seem so uncomfortable to wear. I'm not gonna be able to wear these for long. I'm posing for a photo shoot and then I'm taking these off. Have to suffer for your art. Cosplayers who have to suffer cosplaying this character. Alright. There's gotta be a better way to draw this. I guess that works for now. And then I guess there's a bow that can be seen as well from here. That works, because this is all gonna get covered. So that probably works. Although, this is messing up the angle heavily. If it's supposed to be like a... I don't like how I did this. If it's supposed to sort of be like a fisheye lens, then I kind of want to be able to show the bottom of it, maybe? Maybe like that? I'm gonna leave it for now and come back to it later, because that one's throwing me. Throwing me to wolves it is. Yeah, a little bit of the angle though. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a little question mark on it because I don't really know how to go about it. That's fine for now. And then I think I'll try adding the hair. I don't know how to go about the shoe. This is a very confusing shoe to me. Because I wanted like a fisheye lens from above, but I can't really draw the shoe well. So I'm going to leave it and try again later. Yeah, it's a horse hoof. You should watch some video of her moving in the game too, like intro and stuff. That would probably help, yeah. So now begs the question, when I draw this, am I wearing a wig, or is it my natural hair color? Like, cause her hair color is blonde. People kind of go either way with cosplay. They either use their natural color and don't really care, and they'll just style it, or they will put on a wig. Natural? Alright. Sounds good. Probably more recognizable that way, too. So that people don't think that it's just like a really weirdly done fan art of that character. Probably makes more sense. You too. To make that look more interesting. What? It was just funny how you kind of said the same thing. We're on the same mind on the issue. There you go. Let's see here. Wait, what? How long? That part, no. That part is not long. Okay. Just sort of like... I'm gonna learn how to do better hair, I swear. I'm gonna figure out how people do this, like, very appealing hairstyle. I was able to do it, for Sea Hero's piece, when I was doing Vessa's Twin Tails in the actual artwork. Now I have to figure out how to replicate it. I was able to do it once, I can do it again. I don't know how long her hair is because it's kind of covered up by her giant collar. This feels so, like, this this hairstyle feels so weird. I'm not used to having my hair pulled back at all. And because of my ears, there's no room to even show the pulled back hair. Something like this. And then there's the hairband here that I can't make as big as it actually is because my ears are in the way. It's like, they're clearly, the hairband is clearly meant to mimic ears, but then I've got, like, my actual ears in the way of them. So it's a little confusing. You'll bite the ears so they scrunch back. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. This one still sounds like Lo-Fi Pokemon Center. I think it's funny that you and Sierra both said Lo-Fi Pokemon Center. Or at least just Pokemon Center. I don't know how you guys both get Pokemon Center from this, honestly. And I have to figure out how to handle all the rest of this hair. Okay though, I did it before. It's a chibi, but I'm at least trying to make it look like a nice chibi. I'm trying to balance my chibi style. I'm trying to figure out, like, how detailed I want my chibi, how simplified I want my chibi. I don't know how much I'm gonna render this. I might try doing, like, a soft cell shade render. But I at least would like to make the, I would at least like to make the line art look kind of nice. Yeah, they're very, very large hair ribbons, but they're definitely supposed to take the place of, ears, so having your ears next to the hair ribbons is a little bit awkward. Thank you, though. Where did these lines go? I think I just did this? I can't remember now. Maybe I'll have, like, the twin tails in the back and in the front? I don't know if that works. Oh, I guess they're a little bit smaller. They don't go all the way down. I am learning these techniques, though, in terms of, like, better quality hair drawing, where you treat it more like a ribbon, so it's sort of, like, flipping in on itself. It's kind of helping. Depending on where you want the twin tails to start in front of your ears or behind them, kind of determines which ears are to the forefront. I think my own ears are, like, in front of the twin tails, but behind one of the hair piece things. Because, like, I've got my ears are kind of here. So, it's, like, in between. Kind of the best way I can do it, right? I've got to figure out how to make this hair look nicer. Oh, and the 2 hours that I was talking about on Twitter where I spent, like, drawing all the hair, I might still be able to use it. The client might decide they want to go with long hair. So that might be cool. If you want, like, a really nice, like, otome, Bishonen type of character, you do, like, a long-haired male character, it can look really nice. I've been playing an otome game recently to study the art style, and there's a few, like, long-haired characters, and it looks really, really nice in the illustrations. What game? It's the one that Taka got the book of. It's called, what is the... I don't remember which is the Chinese name and which is the English name, but it's called, For All Time, I believe. But then, maybe the Chinese name is the other one? The other name is Love Brush Chronicles, and I was like, why is it called Love Brush? I don't understand. And then it's like... It's because the gimmick of the gacha is that the main character is an artist, and I'm like, oh, that's a little on the nose. It's funny, though. It's an interesting storyline, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I didn't really think I would care about the story, but I'm actually, like, kind of invested in the story a little bit. Some parts are really, really cheesy, but other parts are like, oh, I'm kind of intrigued. Are we gonna lose Starlight to an otome game? Will she suddenly be isekai'd? No, I don't think that I would be isekai'd. I think if I end up in other worlds, I think I'll at least, like, know what I'm doing, hopefully. I feel like isekai implies that it was not your decision, and that you probably died. Maybe. Not always died, but, like, there's a high chance that it's because you died. So I'm not planning on going that route. See, I'm slowly starting to, like, learn how to make better hair rendering, I think. Ever so slightly. Let's see. See, I'm telling you, the otome game is what's, like, helping me understand how to draw better hair. So it's it's necessary. We get a Lola expansion update tomorrow. You better come back. Vessa, I've tried coming back, and I've been coming back. And you know what? I've gotten the worst pulls ever. That's a little bit nicer. I'm not playing it for husbandos, I'm playing it for art study, really. I mean, look, that is literally how it started. I was just like, the art is pretty. And now I'm like, I'm gonna try to see how the game UI works. And then I'm like, oh, the story's actually interesting. I wasn't expecting this. Come for husbando, stay for the story. Look, I've never played anything that had any sort of, like, intentionally designed pretty character. So. We got Arknight Star on Saturday, we'll lose her to gacha. I just think that it's really pretty. I just think that gacha art is, like, the prettiest anime art that exists right now. And it's funny, right? Because when I did the Arknight's master study, I was talking to the Arknights fans that YouTube all recommended their stuff from, and I was saying how, like, yeah, you know, I used to want to do work for, like, animation, and then I used to want to do work for, like, League of Legends, and I never would get there, because I was explaining that if you try to apply to work at League of Legends, the first thing they do is they ask you what your ranking is in the game. Like, it's literally on the application is to tell them, like, how much of your life you dedicate to their game. And I was like, so that was never gonna happen. And then one of the Arknights fans said, yeah, it's funny, everyone used to want to work for League of Legends, now everyone wants to work for the gacha games. So it's like, I thought it was just me? No, apparently this is like a shift. Apparently, the people who also wanted to do League of Legends stuff are also now wishing that they could do gacha game stuff. So it's a shift in the industry. Alright, no worries, Dark. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, it's a total shift in the industry, honestly. And it's a little scary, because that means that, you know, you're always gonna get the people who, are a lot better, or are able to, like, they're able to figure out what they want early, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking. But if I can also try to do this, this is genuinely the style that I really enjoy. I think myself and a lot of others, we didn't actually want to do art for League of Legends, we just wanted to do art for, like, the most anime thing there was at the time that actually had job listings. So, the good news is only one League of Legends, tons of gacha games, yeah. There were so many people who wanted to do, like, the work for Riot or Blizzard because it was the most, like, anime-esque fantasy adventure type of thing at the time. But now there's a lot of different gacha games, and, you know, I'm sure that Western companies are gonna try to cash in on that market too. So they're going to have to, open more places for that kind of thing. And even if they don't, and even if I don't end up working for company stuff, because I still really, 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 really like VTubing, I think overall, it's just a style elevation that a lot of people don't really bother with. I think that there's, like, a lot of different styles that are sort of seen all the time, but there is kind of a rendering style to most gacha games that I would really like to learn to implement. So, I don't expect to be hired by a gacha company anytime soon, but if I ever got freelance work and they said, can you take on a few jobs? I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no to that. So that will only ever happen if I can increase my portfolio to be good enough for that. So I need a portfolio upgrade. My portfolio is lacking. Most of them have highly exaggerated certain features. I wouldn't say most of them. I mean, this character definitely doesn't. I'd say that there's probably like a decent amount, but I wouldn't say most of them. What did I do with the line art here? Hang on. I lost, oh, okay, okay. I lost the direction of this for a second. Your portfolio is lacking what? It's lacking quality, frankly. I mean, I really like the work that I'm doing for commissions and stuff. I think that the commission work that I've done is, fairly decent, but I think that the gacha game art style is where I want my work to go, because I can't just have a whole portfolio of commissions. It doesn't show enough range, especially when a lot of those commissions are things that aren't as applicable. Like, for example, I don't have a single, like, full-body character that's not in an environment that just shows that you can do key art. I don't have a single standalone character for like a desktop splash artwork. I don't have, I'm missing a lot of things. VTuber models sadly do not fit that. So I would love to keep drawing VTubers, but I want to draw VTubers as if they're in gacha games, because I feel like it's a very high quality way to draw them. And it can still appeal to a lot of different things. How do you get those things you're lacking? By doing master studies. And doing fan art. And trying to implement that every time I do a commission. And try to learn those rendering styles, and that's why I'm doing this. You should play more gacha games to understand the art. I mean, that's what we were talking about, right? That's literally what I've been talking about this whole time. Is, playing games with husbandos. Because I'm trying to get better at the artwork. And then not realizing that I actually kind of enjoyed the story. Doing courses that you've already paid for, take the time out for those, yeah. Which, you know, is funny because the courses that I paid for are all done by artists who have worked on gacha games. Like, that is what they do professionally. And then they teach people how to draw and render using examples that they've gotten hired to do. I'll consider gacha art whenever I make a commission with you. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I feel like it's the best way that I can take things. Especially the rendering style. It's funny, because, like, there's a rendering style that people have, like, acknowledged is a rendering style that is very, very popular in gacha art, in a lot of, like, anime art that is in, like, Arknights and Girls Frontline and all that kind of stuff, and it's this art where the lighting doesn't actually make sense, but it just ends up making everything look better. It's probably in Wuthering Waves, or Zenless. It's probably in one of those as well, but I think it's in Zenless. It's this art style where the lighting doesn't make sense because the light is coming from where there should be shadow, but it makes all of the details stand out. And it's not done on older games. It's a very, very, very new thing. Like, let me show you real quick. If I take this key art of Rachel Alucard real quick. Let's see here. This one. There's a trick that a lot of people are doing now in the newer gacha games, where this should be like in full shadow, right? Do you see how you kind of lose where the sleeve is and where the dress is, and only this line is helping? There's a lot of art now where they're doing this. Have you seen this kind of effect on a lot of different gacha game art? Because I'm seeing this all the time now. And then they'll also do it with, like, you know, the foot in the back here. And then, like, here too. I can't really get the bat correctly, but that's fine. This should be in shadow. And instead, it's like... it's lit like this. Now, this is weird, right? Like, just by doing this little bit of highlight, doesn't this automatically look like a more modern character design? Just from this? This sort of feels a little bit more like what you see more often nowadays. It's so weird because it's just a tiny little change. But this is like everything being really saturated is like an older style, and this sort of like soft dreamy effect where this doesn't make sense because this should be in shadow. The light can't enter here. The light is coming from here, clearly, and yet the light is behind her. It doesn't make sense. It's not correct. But it's a very trendy look right now. And it makes everything kind of dreamy. And everyone's doing it now. So stuff like that, really. Rain Hero, hello, welcome in. What star's preferred husbando type? Small grandpa, serial killer, etc. Gosh, I hope not serial killer. Hello, William. Welcome in. Just call Wuthering Waves as Woowa. Zenless Zone Zero, ZZZ. I'll know what you mean. I'm a gacha player. Mostly Star Rail. Alright, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, light replacing shadows. It's crazy, right? It's wild. So that's kind of like an example, right? Of that sort of, like, oh, modern style techniques that no one else is, that's very trendy lately. Hope the surge of gacha games isn't one of those things that will burn out by the time it's possible to jump on the bandwagon. I hope not, but if it is, that's why I'm jumping into it now. The thing is, I've always loved art for games. I just don't normally play the games that the art is for. So, now I'm trying to learn to play some of the games the art is for. Which I'm glad I'm doing now, because that means I don't have to play League of Legends. I was really tempted to jump into League of Legends, actually, at the time. I was very tempted, and I forget what exactly stopped me, but I think it was just so many forums, talking about how toxic and terrible it is. And I was like, maybe it's not worth it. I wish that I was talking to Vessa about this recently, though. I wish that more gacha games were, like, straight up Souls-like 3D exploration open world stuff, because the promo always insinuates that it is. It always looks like it would be. I mean, I understand. I think that's why Hoyoverse is, like, getting the attention that it is because it is kind of more open world than any other gacha game, but I wish other gacha games were. It just seems like there's so much material for it to be. This feels so strange. It feels like multiple ears. MOBA is absolutely the worst genre invented. Can't stand any of them. That's fair. Spent way too much money on League skin loot boxes back in the day, so no. Yeah, no, I'm not jumping into gacha for the meta at all. This is entirely, like, if I was doing it for the meta, I would have done it 5 years ago. I would have been like, I don't know what this is, but it's really popular and it's the only thing people are drawing right now. No, I'm genuinely, like, learning more about how much I like the style. And it's one of those things where I've always liked the style, and now I'm just being more open about where the source material is, basically. I wasn't open about the source material before. I was like, I just want to ignore all that. And now I'm just trying to be more open about things and maybe learn more about the characters and, you know, understand a little bit more of their personalities and stuff. And I know that this isn't gacha. I don't even know how we got on the topic. You guys just voted this character. I know nothing about him other than I have to draw myself as a vampire. YouTube recommendations led you there? Oh my gosh, hello, welcome in, welcome in. So, funny enough, no pressure on your end at all, but my community is actually called Stargazers, so that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. No pressure at all. You're welcome to stay and lurk, stay in chat. But I think your name is amusing to me. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, Stargazer. You want to pull for certain characters for art study in person? That would be tough depending on who's available in the game. You either have to pull them when they're available. Oh, no, don't worry. I am always going to be free to play. I'm not going to get sucked in to the world of gacha in that sense. I'm always going to be free to play. I like this hair on the other side so much better. And now I'm not really sure. How do I implement this? Maybe that's all it needed. Maybe just a little bit of extra. Oh, wait. Maybe if I just add a little bit more. There we go. Is that better or is that, like, trailing too much? Maybe it's trailing too much. I don't know. I'll have to see. And thank you, Dark. Yeah. Definitely like the stream if you're enjoying so far. The last time she spent money on a gacha, it shut down. Her money's cursed. True. I've only spent my money on one gacha and then it went away. and then it died. We get Star to spend $1 in all the gacha games, they'll die. I hope not. I will hope that I'm not cursed. Alright, I don't like this one little strand here. It's bothering me. Get rid of that. It's not feeling right compared to every other piece. I know, I'm so fussy that even a single strand bothers me. It looks okay. It's just too detailed in comparison to the one next to it, so it has to be simplified to feel like it works. Fits better. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I feel like this still might be a little too intense for what it is. That's better. That's a little bit more even now, isn't it? I like that. I like that a little bit better. Okay. Save that. So many dead gacha games over the past few years. I can't think which one it would be. It was based on an anime. You can probably figure it out from there. Is this... How's the hair working? No, I guess that's right. Is that right? It's not right. No, this needs to be here. This needs to match. There we go. That's better. I don't know of any anime with gacha. It was Madoka. there was a Madoka gacha game. And there's a new one now that I'm still free to play. And I haven't actually played it. I've just sort of like been doing the dailies because I don't have the time to like fully get into it. Because I can only do so many at a time. While also trying to appease Vesa with daily Pokemon pulls. Alright. That is better for the hair, I think. Does it feel uneven, or does it feel like it's... I hope it doesn't feel uneven. I hope it just feels like it's dynamic. I don't want to give it a feeling like it's uneven. Maybe I should push it back a little bit more. Yeah, we'll see how that works. And then we'll hide this. Snake Charmer Jazz Noir. IRL friend who also watches my stream recommended or persuaded me to play Genshin Impact. I said no. Why? Why would you say no? It seems like it's literally your niche. I'm confused why you would say no to it. Okay. This is a hard outfit to draw. Where do I even start with this? Alright. Because it's the new hotness? What do you mean? Try something like this. I'm trying to fit this giant dress into everything. Such a large dress. Just never got into it. Now that I'm playing WoA, considering it, the game has so much content in the last 4 to 5 years, so they're too much to handle. Well, maybe you could just do it casually. Like, Arknights has been around for, what, I think almost a decade now? Or, yeah, it's something crazy. It's an older gacha. I'm definitely not gonna get nearly involved in it. I'm probably only gonna, like, you know, test the waters with it. Just try a little bit of it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with just, like, checking it out casually. But I don't know. I'm not gonna tell anyone how to run their content. I'm just saying if you wanted to, I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. But if it's too overwhelming, then that's totally fine. Sitting back reading chat, working, I'm terribly amused by how badly C+ and Dual Thrones are understanding one another. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Yeah, I think Dual Thrones meant, like it's the hot thing in town. Like, it's the new whatever. The new popular thing. Aiden, hello! Welcome in, welcome in! No, not undead. Well, I don't know. Is this character undead? I'm not sure, actually. Welcome in, Aiden. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Is this character undead? I really don't know. Yeah, she's a vampire. Does that does it always mean undead? I don't know if it always means undead. I don't know. I guess it depends on your mythology? I'd have to, I don't know how it works. As long as you aren't ever flipping Cullen, yes it do. Funny enough, we were talking about that earlier. Do not let those sparkly fairies come to the annual meetups. Sparkly fairies, oh my gosh. I'm actually more fae than anything. So it is kind of ironic that you guys chose this. I know nothing about Rachel Alucard. All I know is that you put this into my paws. Alright, this is such a complex outfit. Goodness. Let's see. Is that a corset? What? How does this work? This is so detailed. And I have to squeeze it into a chibi. It would be fine if it wasn't for the fact that I also had to squeeze the design into chibi form. It does make it a little bit trickier, I think. What did I say before? You cosplay suffers for their art. BlazBlue has some wild designs? No kidding. No kidding. There might be some official chibi models floating around if you need inspiration on what to keep and what to modify. I was thinking about that, but I have a feeling that it's not going to be posed like this, so I don't know if it's going to help me. I was thinking about that, but I'm like, you know what? It's probably gonna, like, simplify it to some degree that it wouldn't work for me, and then I'll just get more confused. I mean, maybe I'll check it out, but I'm gonna see what I can do. I'd like to be able to learn how to simplify things on my own, because it is tricky, and I could just be like, well, the work's already been done, but I want to try to improve on it, so. Maybe. Let's see here. Wait, how is the lace done? It's like this kind of thing? Oh, different types of lace. Different types of lace. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up a lot nicer later. I'm just trying to get the general feel of it. Anka tried to say hello by jumping on the keyboard. Well, hello, Anka. Let's see. Alright, something like that's probably good. I was gonna say. I know, when you hear jumping on the keyboard, you think cat. And then I was like, wait a minute. But beagles. I was like, is there also cat, or is it beagles? Oh my gosh, wait, what goes on the— oh, there's even more details here. There's even more details. They could have beagles and cat. True, true. I've not heard about cat, though. I've only heard of beagles. We're in new temporary digs where I don't have a desk that is out of doggo exploration range. No keyboard is safe. Oh, oh dear. I hope it went well, though. I hope the journey has been decent. I know it's temporary, but I still hope you're settling in well. It did, long and tiring, but very pleasant. The cottage is very cozy. I'm glad. I'm glad the cottage is very cozy. That's good to hear. For a temporary home, I could ask for no better. I love that. And then you're there for, I believe, I want to say it was 2 months? And then you go into the main abode? This bow is so big. This is like, I mean, you know, speaking of doggos, this is like the bow that you would put on, like, a puppy in those Christmas ads. This is such a huge bow. This is very much not a realistic bow. Affirmative? I hope it goes well. I've actually designed, like, one of my, I had, like, a bow design at one point, like this. But it gets in the way a bit. So I opted to not go this direction in the past. How many layers are on this thing? There's a problem with me. I don't like simplifying chibis. I remember one time I was streaming chibi work, and I think I was trying to time myself to do them faster. Or no, maybe this was just a regular one, I don't remember. And somebody came into chat, and they were like, aren't chibis supposed to be simple? Like, excuse you for me wanting to make a high-quality chibi. Maybe my chibis aren't simple, huh? Is that such a bad thing? Is that such a problem? The expression intrigues me. I get the vibe Vampire Starlight. Is this the Starlight we suspect for so long is concerned snacking times on the audience? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think it's more of like a warning. I don't know. I really can't tell, to be honest. I just know that this is, like, very... this character felt like one that would not be smiling and would be, like, very intimidating and very, like, angered easily. So I was kind of trying to go for that vibe. I really don't know other than that, though. Oh, they also have a capelet? Wait. Wait, they also have a capelet? That's ironic. That is very ironic indeed. I didn't realize they also had a capelet. I knew that I could see the stereotypical vampire collar, but I didn't realize the capelet part. The irony. The absolute irony of the whole situation. Alright, Dark, sleep well. Thank you for stopping in, I appreciate it. I think it's so funny that, like, just by chance, we've had people come into the stream that are named Dark Star and Stargazer. I think it's funny. Just by chance. Do chibis like Maple Story style art? I don't know what those look like off the top of my head. I can't remember. When the stars align. There you go. There you go, yeah. I don't remember what Maple Story looks like. Wait, how do these... Are these crosses? Is this a capelet with crosses? It is, isn't it? This is definitely an interesting design. This is a capelet with crosses. Embedded onto the capelet. This is a wild design, honestly. Play classic Maple Story with me and Tog when they open the server? I think I've got enough on my plate. I've got so many other things now, and I keep adding more. This isn't good. I keep adding more. How the heck do I fit this? I keep adding more to this, too! I keep adding more to everything. Everything is just too much more. It's kind of hilarious that I thought that I would never, stream games. And now it's like, now it's just overwhelming. Overwhelming ideas of things. How do I... No, this isn't right. This needs to be at an angle. I don't know how to draw it at an angle. I can't draw a cross at an angle. I think it needs to look flat. But I'm having a hard time. I was also doing some commission work where I had to draw swords, and the swords all had to be like different angles, you know? And I was having a hard time when it got to like the really thin side. It's one of those things where you'd probably be better off doing in like a mock-up in 3D first. But I don't know how to mock up in 3D. I should learn. It's a good skill set to have, especially if you want to do, like, architectural background stuff. Star Game streams are a national treasure. I need to put the stream clips on YouTube, as dumb as they are. As absolutely dumb as they are. Maybe like that. Such a tricky direction of things. I'm probably gonna have to move that strand of hair. That's probably in the way. Was I supposed to be working on a caption system? I did work on the caption system. I just gotta, like, actually, you know, do the work of the caption. You're not seeing a chat this nice to a streamer since ever? That's because we're on YouTube. That's because we're on YouTube. Trust me, there's other platforms, where my community makes it known that they want to cause chaos and destruction. But, you know, someday I might have the horrible idea of trying to bring that to YouTube as well. I might have the absolutely horrid, stupid idea of trying to replicate that. Basically, you're saying you completed the template but haven't done anything with it yet? What's with the ellipses? What's with that smile, Vesta? But, yeah. Essentially. Vesta, stop. You're scaring me. So Stargazer, you think that my chat is still being nice? Cause, I'm not really sure about this now. Two Thrones, please. The clips that you took are not in vain. It's just not immediate. It doesn't mean that they're in vain. Getting menaced in real time. There's nothing to say that things aren't still happening. They're just not immediate. No, hey, no, hey. You know, if I could do a stream where I was doing video editing, that'd be great. But unfortunately, video editing doesn't make for good streams because of the audio. Because of all the audio stuff. If I could figure out a way to do streaming, editing, and make more time for that, then that would be great. But I don't know how to balance it. I don't know how to balance it. Dual Thrones, what the heck? I'll distract him. The emergency EMP is third arsenal to the left. Nukes are in the right. Center's the nerve gad. Only those only go left. What the heck, Dual Thrones? You can't tell the difference between left and right. I can. I haven't done live 2D in a very long time. I haven't done live 2D in a long time. What I type, right and left, what you said, left and right. Gosh. One is easier to say. What was this about my community not bullying the streamer? I think you are sorely mistaken, friend. We're not bullying you? Vesa is threatening to bite me. I don't know what you call that then. Why is this jacket so complicated? The sad thing is it's actually not that complicated, it's just complicated for what I've been able to work on in the past. We only do that on IRIAM days when we get the tri-weekly pumpkin. What do you mean key? You're acting like it's some sort of supply closet. What do you mean key? What am I doing? Keep the bombs under lock and key, of course. At least it's not belts. Oh my gosh, if I had to draw like a Kingdom Hearts character right now. No, I would not be able to handle that. That is true. Alright. There's too much in the way, I think. But I'll try something like this. I really can't tell if this is working or becoming a mess. Probably becoming a mess. It's hard to see all the details. But it does look a little bit more apt, I guess. For the look of a cross. If I can get it into the negative space here, then hopefully that'll show up nicer. As it says, we have all the bombs locked up, and thrice a week, Eve and or Newbie Reaper unlock it and hand them out to us. We lose it a lot. I have to ask Lucinari Lost and Found to mail it. Who's running Lost and Found? Do young people even know about the belts? I don't know. I've seen I mean, from a character design, like, you look up, like, world's craziest character design, that's pretty much the answer you'll get. Lady Red runs Lost and Found. I guess I could believe that. I mean, she does own beagles. They are good at looking for stuff. I feel sorry for anyone who wanted to draw Lulu back when Final Fantasy X was popular. That's fair. Yeah. Or cosplay, right? Like, I don't know, if you were to cosplay, like, what is that, like 50 pounds of carrying around belts? How would you, what possesses someone to do that kind of design, honestly? I was just like, how badly can we destroy our fan base to never want to be able to cosplay our characters? One time I got lost and Kaku had to come pick me up at the Lost and Found. Oh my gosh. Bessa, no. Well, at least Kaku was a good friend. Stop, you're giving me Bakadoodle ideas. Should I make the hair in front or behind? Can't really decide. I'm being very, very lazy with the trim right now. Worse, you're giving C+ ideas? Oh dear. Theme song of Star Miko, sweeping at Fox Shrine in autumn. I need to get a yukata someday. That'd be nice. This chibi makes me think it's the moment when Starlight gets tired of our nonsense and goes to the Dark Star Saga. Jeez. You have an idea. What is your idea? He's gonna have to thin down a lot, isn't it? If it's like in front of... Man, that's a hard angle. Wait, is this going in front? I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah, it looks better going in front. And then there's still more layers. Wait, oh, is this a double? No, it's not, it's single. It's a single, wait. Is this a single or double layered hem? Okay, no, it's single, okay. I was gonna say. Grendel, welcome in, welcome in! I love how this is turning out. Thank you, I'm glad. No. This is what you guys voted on. This is what you guys voted on. Oh, these need to be a lot bigger, don't they? These ruffles are way bigger than I drew them. Okay. They have to sort of go over the hand a little bit too. I hope you're doing well, Krentel. It's good to see you. Okay. Something like this. And then a little bit of a fold. Just enough. Okay. And then... something like that? Need to try to get enough depth going for this sleeve that doesn't have much room to work with. Okay. Jilthrone says my idea is this. Shrine maiden Starlight sweeping leaves in front of Inari Shrine in autumn. I know you're not that kind of kitsune, it's a pretty picture in my head. Maybe someday. Maybe someday it could be nice. Oh, should I... wait, am I drawing this wrong? Are these attached or not? Maybe they're not. Maybe these can be more freeform. Okay. I'm seeing there. I have a one example of fan art, and it's drawn like a ribbon. It's folded in like this. So that actually makes more sense, doesn't it? Something like that could work. And then the fold is probably hidden under this one hair strand that is actually causing me a lot of issue. I think I need to move this hair strand. It's causing me issue with placement. There we go. And then maybe upward here. Enough peeking out here. Do not bite off the stray hair. What is wrong with you? Okay, I know that you don't watch Hololive much, but, like, I think you're basically Gigi. I think you're basically Gigi from Hololive. I think you are essentially Gigi. That is the impression that I get. I like Gigi's design and was somewhat inspired by it for future designs. Oh my gosh, you are Gigi. You don't know much about her? She's essentially, like, feral wild animal VTuber. She's as chaotic as they come. Like, she's super funny, don't get me wrong, but she's a menace. But, oh my gosh, there's so many clips of her, interacting with Callie and Crony. And, Callie and Crony are, like, my favorite VTubers in the space. And... yeah. I can see it. I can see it. Her phrase, Bogo's bin, did become official in the Urban Dictionary. Dang it, Gigi. Of course it did. Of course it did. Super funny, but a menace, that is me. Oh my gosh. Grendel says, I think we'll find out how much of a menace the little shark girl truly is very soon. Oh dear. Well, honestly, let's give her time to, like, you know, get back into the swing of things and take a break, because we don't really know if she wants to come back immediately, and I don't blame her. Honestly, trying to make you laugh when you shouldn't be laughing sounds exactly like something I do. There's one stream where Callie was doing, like, a vow of silence type of thing. And she had, like, duct tape over her mouth, and Gigi was doing absolutely anything possible to get her to talk. Absolute menace. Absolute menace. Also, you know how you like the, you've shown the dancing fruit thing, or Kaku has anyway? She also did her own version of the dancing fruit. I forget if that was you who showed it or Kaku, but she's done the dancing fruit thing. That's what I was referencing. Wasn't the sound studio health thing like a dental thing? It might have just been a voice thing, I forget. I saw the clip of her frantically typing on the side. Speaking of Shark Girl, she'll be a guest on Kiara's talk show. Oh, that's nice. She dropped a lot of hints, says she's leaning on her best friends. My theory is Ame convinced her to graduate and team up with her. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do feel like she just needs, I feel like she needs a break, though. I feel like she needs a break. I know, I get it, like, she hasn't been streaming much, but mentally, I think she needs a little bit of a break, and I would support her if she needs time. I think it was a voice medical thing? Yeah, I would imagine it would be a voice thing, because she's always pushing herself too much. How much more details on this thing? I think I need to... Okay, there's 4. Probably need to make this smaller then. How about Raura? I love Raura. She's great. I love, I don't get to watch many, like, full clips, in all honesty, of any VTuber, including Callie. But, Raura's great. I love her banter with Cece. I saw a funny clip of her the other day. And, or actually, I think it was just this morning, actually. And I think she was streaming with Crony. And Crony's like, so the Italian thing with the hands, with, like, you know, the pinching your finger to your thumb, that hand gesture. She's like, what does that mean? and Raura's trying to explain it to her, and she's like, so like, do they teach you that in school, or? She's like, no, we don't learn it in school. And they're like, oh, so your parents teach you. And she's like, no, my parents don't. No, it's like learning any language. You just adapt it. I thought that was funny. It's like, do they teach you that in school? That, like, that hand gesture? Mamma mia, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Raura's cool. I know that she's had, like, a big fan base for a while, though. I'm always trying to see what I can learn from her, but she seems to very much be in the same realm as Ina, of, like, already kind of being really, really great and just sort of being able to do, like, chill art chat stuff. Okay, there we go. I was able to fit four bows on this thing. Do these go out further? Are these larger than I think they are? They're probably larger than I think they are. She did drawing for Yagu? That wouldn't surprise me at all. Alright, what did I do with the rest of the bow here? It needs to be cut back way more, I think. I followed Cecilia before Hololive. She's my favorite of the Justice, but Raura has really grown on me. That's fair. I actually, like, I love Raura because fellow artist, but I think I actually like Cece more because, Cece is so innovative. Cece is very, very inspiring in terms of, like, how far can you push streaming, you know? I'm really inspired by the level that she takes with things. Because, I'm really inspired by streamers who push the boundaries of what streaming is, right? I'm really inspired by, like, Shindigs, by Taijiro, like, all the people who do all the crazy stuff to make streaming more more wild, I guess. I don't know how to best put it, but like I'm really inspired by the ones who are pushing the boundaries of what streaming can be. And I think Cecilia is in that group. Alright, I think this is right so far. What does Cece do that is pushing boundaries? She does things with OBS that are really, really clever. Like, she's not doing, she's not doing anything, like, mind-blowing, but just like, wow, I would not have thought of that. Like, she was doing a... what was it? Was it Four Swords? No, Minish Cap stream. And there's one, there's some elements of stream where you have to, like, duplicate yourself. It's like an item in the game. And then she'll, like, duplicate herself in the game, and then duplicate herself as Cece. Or there'll be, she had one thing where it's like, it's Minish Cap, right? So Link shrinks down. So then, when Link shrinks down, she shrinks down, and then there's a little chat bubble with her facial expressions on it, just like Link has. So it's stuff like that. And then if she'll think of doing it, then she'll just do it right there on stream. It's really, really, really cool. CC did even crazier stuff. Oh, Grendel, just letting you know, I want to avoid directly mentioning, PL. Just letting you know, just letting you know. I know I haven't, like, said that publicly before, but unless it's something that we all know, like, you know, Selen Dokibird, I want to try avoiding, PL stuff. Just letting you know. But yeah, the interactive stuff, that's what I really, really wanna... I think that'll be fun. Not to that level. Not to that level, because I think that's insane. But I do want to add more interactivity overall, because I think that that is what... I think there's something special about streaming, and I don't think enough people take advantage of it. I think people do not take advantage of what streaming can be. So, I don't have the technical skills that she does. Or Shindig's, or Daijiro, but, you know, the more poor man's versions I can find, the better, I think. And I haven't really been, like, that's not really a secret, right? I keep talking about how much I want to do stuff like that. I want streaming to be... I want streaming to be, like, a special way of entertaining. And obviously, when I'm doing stuff like this, it's not quite what I have in mind, but, you know, eventually I want to build up to that point. Let's see, this is a whole petticoat, so the whole thing is gonna be... like this. Out of Hall of Justice, I like ERB the most. I saw her first time at NYC. I saw one karaoke stream on YouTube after appearance at the convention. She is super talented. She is, yeah. Absolutely talented. Nobody can, do voice impressions like Elizabeth. Those are insane. Those are absolutely insane. I love how this conversation has just become sort of like a Justice fan club. I think I've heard of Shindigs. They did a neat commissions window, or commissions? Or comm? Comm, okay. A neat comms window where they streamed Armored Core that cut to static if the mech got destroyed. It was cool to see. Yeah, wait, I think I saw that. I think I saw that. Yeah, communicate, okay. I was like, wait, no, commissions? That's not right for Shindigs. Yeah, comm window? I'm guessing that he involved his chat in it. Was it one of those things where it's like chat also gets things destroyed? Because I know he does that a lot. He loves adding chat to everything. What is the underside of this dress doing? Okay, it's another layer. It's another layer. Sure, of course it would be another layer. Why wouldn't it be another layer? This also goes down a little bit further. This whole thing is gonna have to get pushed in a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe just this part. Yeah, that's a little bit better. How am I supposed to fit everything? Chibi or not, this is insane. This is an insane design. So many layers. That's not right. There we go. So many layers. On desktop, I still have a tab open to the tutorial they posted on how to do the overlay. Haven't tried it yet, though. Oh yeah, I've seen the, I know they had, like, one tutorial where they were teaching how to do the card swipe thing. That seems fun. There is not enough room for this. I hope I have a frill brush, because I'm just gonna use a brush. Because it is insane. How'd this get so off-kilter? Oh, it's so off-kilter. Alright. Let me try to fix that real quick. No, I don't think they're gonna merge. I don't think they're gonna merge. It's very clear that Myth's tagline has been Myth will always be 5. So I don't think they would do it. Okay. It still doesn't include the wings. Can you believe that? Add another layer on top of everything here for the wings. I think I have to make everything smaller. I think I have to shrink everything. I think the top has to be much smaller. Which part's the top? This part, right? I think this whole thing needs to shrink down. Maybe like this? Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more visual sense. I mean, is it tight? Absolutely, but I think that makes more sense, honestly. And then... yeah, the bow's a little out of proportion, but that's okay. Alright, and then this is gonna be in front, I think. Something like that. And these bows are like basically dots at the end. That makes... okay. This feels more in proportion. Takes a little bit of maneuvering, but I think it's more in proportion. Yeah, that's better. Such a hard design to draw. Still not right, is it? It's so detailed. I need to start putting complexity charges on things. There we go. I don't know why, but somehow in my head, at the time, this didn't look as complex as it is. I don't know why. I think it's one of those things where, like, because the color breakdown is so well done, you don't really, like, realize how much detail is actually being used until it's too late. And I think that's what happened here. That's okay. I think we got it now. You say you got bedazzled by the vampire's power presence. Honestly, if this whole dress was bedazzled, it wouldn't shock me. It's got everything else going on it. think we're getting to a good point. You know, I used to be able to not have to do 2 layers of sketching, and then the things that I ended up drawing got more and more complex. Like, I don't need to do 2 layers of sketching when I'm doing, like, furry stuff, but when it comes to an outfit like this, yes, I need 2 layers of sketching. And then this part that I can't see under all the hair now. I'm working blind. Blind as a bat, you could say. I'm sorry, that was terrible. All right. There. It's just barely peeking out. There's still so much. It wouldn't even go that far, would it? No, it's still stuck under the hair. And then this probably goes out more. There we go. And then this needs to be moved over. Because now everything is getting in the way. Let's see. I almost feel stupid that I'm not saving this for Halloween. Let's see here. Tangents. Tangents are gonna kill me. I have to do something to get rid of the tangents. We can poke you to do a second run for Halloween if you'd like. Vessa's asked me what I would draw myself as for Halloween, and I would always respond a witch. And then he's like, you're not allowed to use that, because you already basically are, so it's not fair. You can't do that. It doesn't work. For a second, I was like, oh, I have all this free room, and then I realized I still haven't drawn the rest of the umbrella. Or the sleeve. Or the sleeve. Vessa's correct there. Vessa has a point. You guys! A return to the Haunted Mansion from a couple of years ago? I don't know. Where I was running like Scooby-Doo? That wasn't up to me. That was a commission piece. So probably not. It sounds mean, but there was one character that I drew in that piece who's like being held up by a ghost, like puppet on a string style, and I feel bad how much I'm amused by that still. I'm still very amused by that part of the piece. I need to learn how to do, like, rougher line art that still looks pleasing. I can figure out how to not be super perfectionist with the line art. Sometimes it even looks better when it's, when the line art is rougher, when it's not super clean. Sometimes it looks better. I just have to make sure it actually looks clear. You know, it can look unclean, but it still has to be legible. You're saying that, like, a follow-up commission could be requested? I mean, true, but it's not up to me. Alright. Do I need to make this any larger? Get a little bit more curvature here. More movement! There we go. I'll clean that up. I'll make that look better. I'll figure out how to make this part look more visually appealing. Oh, there we go. That's it. That looks a lot better. There we go. Yeah, something like that. I never want to draw this outfit again, though. Like, the character is great, don't get me wrong, but I'd never want to draw this outfit again. Can't even put the rest of it here. I can't even size that correctly. Alright. This is not a centered umbrella. Not a centered umbrella. There we go. I'm trying. It's not working. Hello, hello, Link. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I am... You know what? I think, I didn't realize for like a half hour, I realized I've heavily gone over time. I think I'm probably going to stop here. I'm sorry, I know you just joined, but I've gone a lot longer. That'll be nice. Because I think we're going to be focusing on Marin and Gojo for it. Don't overdo it or I bite. I won't. It's fine. It's good. Today was sketch stream, so sketch stream's not bad. Sketch stream's not bad. Yeah, we'll do sketch stream and line art stream. It'll all be good. Yeah, Vesa doesn't play by Android rules. Vesa plays by cat rules. We don't really understand it. So I do apologize if you just tuned in, but hopefully I will see some of you later tonight. And if I don't see you, then I hope that you will have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. If you haven't yet, definitely consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Definitely consider following on Twitch. And if you would like to join our Safe for Work, art-focused Discord, you are more than welcome to. The link is in the about, in the description on YouTube, or you can do !Discord to get a direct link. So, wherever you may be in the world or the worlds beyond, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. And all the best, stargazers. Thank you.